Today is 18th of June. Now yesterday itself we saw the market actually broke through the prior high of 5150, and today we see a follow through on slightly increased volume. Over here we have a break on the upside, but actually it failed, and not only this, it actually undercut the pivot low. But surprisingly, we're able to actually stage a very strong rally from here, 6th day in a row, and finally make a new all-time high. Slightly to actually pull back because the data is quite huge, it's prone to retracement. It's important for the market to hold above the support here of 5150. Now let's take a look at Nasdaq as a proxy for US. Now the conversion of 1326 SMA is indications that actually it is now consolidating and is likely to experience a couple of bounce swing. So market likely to be choppy. So comparatively, STI appears to be much stronger. Let's take a look at some of the stocks we'll be discussing. AEM. Stock is consolidating, quite evident from the flattening 13 SMA, the conversion of the 2 SMA. And I would like to look for a decisive break above this high here of 1068. This is Franken. Mapping out a bearish channel. I would like to see it eventually take out this pivot high here at about 331. Now UMS appeared to be actually neater. If you take a look, it actually broke out of this channel, followed by a pullback on slightly lower volume. We'd like to look for a decisive break above this high here, which is at 280. PC partner. Very deep retracements. So usually after a deep retracement, it's likely to actually trade sideways. We'll just have to observe. But by and large, it is holding above 1326 SMA, and is considered much stronger compared to some of the IG tech stock. Notice the volume is actually low, so we like to actually observe what happens. If we continue to actually trade sideways or low volume, that is generally positive. Let's take a look at the small cap stocks, CMAC. This stock actually has a very impressive run-up. Notice the increasing daylight followed by a pullback. At this time, there is a contraction setup. Bar high here is 178. Now, I prefer if you can just close up the daylight. That will present better odds. ISDN. It actually broke out from this consolidations, but unfortunately the follow-through wasn't very impressive. It actually pulled back. At this point in time here, we have a big dipper set up. 2-bar high is at 805. Sheng Siong. Now this stock broke out of consolidation, and we see eventually break on the upside above this intraday high here of 325, followed by 2 inside bar. We'll prefer the inside bars to be smaller, but unfortunately this is fairly large. The only consolidation is that the volume is slightly lower. This is a contraction setup. Bar high here is at 328. IX Biopharm. Again here we have a bearish channel that was broken out with a gap, followed by a pullback and followed by another break on the upside. And today we trade an inside day on low volume. Look for a decisive break above the recent high here of 44 cents. Now if you take a close look, the high volume resistance is at this level here at about 425, and it currently is actually trading slightly below that. So we'd like to actually see recover above that level. Palm oil stocks show some strength. These are the stocks that weakened quite significantly because of the export control imposed by Indonesian government. So you can see actually very strong downward move. Prior to that, you have been actually trading very strongly. Now, right now, it's because they have actually loosening their grip, so we see strong move on the upside. But by and large, actually, the moving average are not in order. We're just riding the momentum built in this upward move. Notice actually this bar in particular has volume and it's pullback. Particularly over here, we have low volume break on the upside follow through. Look for pullback and look for a new setup. Again, be mindful of any overhead resistance. So you can see some resistance perhaps at this level here. Right, this will appear to be more significant at about 376. You can see similar patterns in Bubitama. So you can see strong upward move followed by a pullback and break on the upside. Again, we are just riding on the momentum build in this bar. Moving average is not in order. So this is really a hit and run trade. Olam. During the market weakness, this stock actually managed to hold well, but at this point in time, it's just trading sideways. We have a contraction set up here. Bar high is at 134.